heads up. And so with that being said, I think one of the nice things about coming together is you get to meet different people, right? So we just ask you to take a second and turn to somebody behind you or in front of you or next to you and just say hi. I'll say hi to Teresa right there. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to start with prayer. Infinite Spirit, we welcome your presence here this evening amongst all of us here. We invite healing, we invite spirit, we invite love, truth, wisdom, and understanding. Amen. Okay, and I'm going to turn things over to Reverend Irene to do a reading.
This reading is from a lecture written by Reverend Edith Sandy Ledley, and she was Reverend Elaine Ferris Thomas's teacher, and Reverend Elaine was Angie's teacher. So goes back a while. It's just an excerpt. It's from a lesson called Thoughts Are Things. Each day to you must be a blessed day. And in the morning, when you awaken, you must remember, first of all, the great power is warmer from the east than it is in any part of your life. Therefore, you turn to the east. Father, thank you for this wonderful night. I am refreshed and ready for the day, knowing that I have all the help that I need. I will march down the middle of the road, yes, together with my fellow man, knowing that today is a day when I would do the very best I can. I will guard myself. I will realize that all things around me, positive and negative, are things to take into my stride, and that all things will be well. And with this thought in mind, you are building power within you to be able to handle any situation that comes up. In so doing, cleansing your own heart, your own spirit, and your own body. And God bless the reading of these words and the power of the understanding within. So at this time, we're going to go into a short meditation. So if you have anything on your lap, you want to put it aside. You just want to be able to relax and clear your mind of all thought. Okay. It's a short meditation, and there'll be a short period of silence within it. So just be easy with that. And so we're going to begin. You can close your eyes and just relax, hold your hands in a comfortable position, and just begin with a breath, exhaling, just exhaling the day that has come before this moment. Just letting go at your own pace of things that were around you, conversations you had. You let them go. You let go of you empty yourself of these things. And at your own pace, begin a slow, gentle inhale, feeling new energy filling your being. At your own pace, welcoming this new energy. And before you exhale it, you just pause and then let go again. And do this 2 more times. Letting go. And then breathing in renewed, refreshing energy. Sanctified energy. That brings you within yourself. to that divine spark that is within each of us, that divine connection that ties us to universal love. And as we rest in this love that is there always for us, we just continue to let go. We know we are loved. And as you gradually come back, keep your eyes closed, but you can wiggle your fingers or your toes. And from this meditation, as we go into the healing portion of the service, I invite you to again connect the divine energy of your higher self with this prayer. Let the energy that comes through me be pure and holy. Energy that comes through me be pure and holy. Feel that energy growing stronger. As we send out, imagine whomever you're sending to in perfect health, in perfect health. And now imagine someone in your life who could use this healing energy. Imagine that they are standing before you now, and you are sending this beautiful energy from your heart to them. We'll be silent for 30 seconds. Now imagine others in your life you'd like to share this healing energy with. And now imagine them before you and surround them with beautiful healing light coming from your heart. Imagine them in perfect health. Now open your palms on your lap and imagine a globe of our earth between your hands. Now bring that globe of our world in front of your heart space and start sending the beautiful healing light from your heart all around the world, lingering where it's needed most. Okay. And now, with your eyes still closed, send out to those on the absentee healing list as your loved ones' names are read. Everly, Terry, Annalise, Brandy, Kevin, Leroy, Wendig, Leanne, Janine, Abby, Amanda, Melissa, Marv G, Mike, Sue, Patricia, Arlene, Michelle, Candy, Rick, Pat, Brandon, Sylvia, Wayne, Kenny, Walt, Barb, Jerry, Ron, Ryan, Lynn, Margaret, Jen, Riley, Demetrius, Frank, Bev, David, Crystal, Terry, Carrie, Jude, Steve, Andy, Emma, Jessica, Carrie, Peter, Kristen,
Louise, Kathy, Aiden, Nick, Fritz, Becky, Sharon, John, Dennis, Melanie, and Janine. Okay. All right. Know this healing light and energy will stay where you sent it. And knowing you made a difference, begin to bring yourself back. You can wiggle your toes and fingers, shift your breathing, and open your eyes. And if you will, you open up your order of service, and there's a prayer for spiritual healing that we can say together. It's number 4. Okay. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power in God. And then I invite you to sing the song, What a Wonderful World. Just beautiful. Thank you. And now it's time for our inspirational speaker, and I'm going to introduce her. It's someone most of you know, but you might hear a thing or two you didn't know, right? So tonight's speaker, Reverend Angela Abt, serves as a registered medium in Lilydale, New York, and is the Associate Director of Fellowships of the Spirit School of Spiritual Healing and Prophecy. She is a 2002 graduate of Fellowship School of Spiritual Healing and Prophecy, and she received her degree in Human Services with a concentration in counseling and psychology in 2005. A practicing medium for over 30 years, Reverend Angie currently has her own thriving mediumship and spiritual counseling practice at Santosha Holistic Services in Williamsville. She also has taught meditation and intuitive development for the past 22 years. And in her free time, she has hosted a radio show called Spiritual Discoveries with Angie and Friends on Lily Dale Blog Radio. Let's warmly welcome our inspirational speaker, Reverend Angela Abt.
Thank you. That's a lot of years, huh? I won't say my age. You can probably guess. So anyways, so good evening again, and I'm happy to be up here talking to all of you. I'm happy you're here. So my talk tonight is about how to stay centered and peaceful in the midst of chaos or whatever else is going on. So a lot of you already know this, but my kind of chaotic situation happened in the summer when I had this idea to wash my kitchen floor. And I did it barefoot. So, which I'm barefoot all the time in the summer, but I kind of was rushing around and I rushed out of the kitchen and rushed to do something else, forgot something in the kitchen, went in and slid across the floor and fell. So long story short, I went to the emergency room. And they did an X-ray and the CT scan, and they said, you're okay. You know, you can walk, you need to maybe use a cane, but you bruised your hip, you should be fine. So I said, okay, that's good. That's a relief. So a couple weeks went by and they said I should be feeling better, and I wasn't. And, you have that intuition, right? My intuition was saying, you need to go to the doctor. This isn't getting better. It's getting worse. So I did. And my doctor said, I'm going to send you for an MRI. And it turned out I'd broken my femur. So, yeah. So anyway, so I wound up at, and actually one of my friends here directed me to go to ECMC. And I went there, and I have to say I received the best care there. It was an amazing place to be, full of healers. And I got a hip replacement. So anyways, so I came home. I was in the hospital about almost a week, and I came home, and for the first time, I think ever, I couldn't do anything, and that's like so not me. Like, if you know me, years ago, I had surgery years ago, and my granddaughter came, and it took me all of about 2 days to figure out how to get in the car and take us to Dairy Queen for blizzards, So, but this time, in fact, my granddaughter called up and said, Grandma, come on. You're sneaking out getting blizzards, aren't you? And I said, I will be, but not yet. I really couldn't do it. So I had to kind of think, because I always try to find the blessing. There's a blessing always in everything that happens, right? And so I had to think about that. And actually in my family, we call it the bless in the mess. Okay, that there's always something. And my cousin came up with that because years ago we had challenge after challenge in our family, and she said, there's got to be a bless here, let's find it. And what it was all of us cousins came together after years and years and supported each other and got close again. So that was pretty amazing. So I thought about that, and I thought, so what is that? And I found a lot of blessings, and that's kind of what I want to share with you. Okay, so first thing I had to do was accept that this was this way. I had to accept it, and I had to kind of surrender, and I had to slow down, and as I did that, I kind of thought, like our bodies are kind of miracles, aren't they? Like the way that my body started to heal, with things I couldn't do anything, and then little by little, all of a sudden I could. And I started to think, I think we always criticize ourselves, right? Like if I looked better, if I did this or I did that. And I thought, no, I think we should be in gratitude for our bodies, right? Because our bodies are the vehicle that our souls get to be in that allow us to have this experience called life, right? And I thought about that, like when all I could do really, and this was nice, I could go sit out on my patio and I thought, looking around like at nature, and I thought, I like this, and I realized this too. I kind of like being with myself, and I like myself. So I think that's an important thing for all of us to realize as well. So that was the first thing. Second thing I had to do is I had to ask for help. And that's hard for me too. I'm used to being the helper. I don't like asking for help. I had to ask and accept it. So I want to read this to you. This is I'm going to say this wrong, Thich Nhat Hanh's book. It's right. I don't think I said his name right, but it's called Being Peace. And he wrote, "We are so busy, we hardly have time to look at the people we love, even in our own household, or to look at ourselves. Society is organized in a way that even when we have some time, we don't use it to get back in touch with ourselves. We have millions of ways to lose this precious time. We turn on the TV or pick up the telephone or start the car and go somewhere. We are not used to being with ourselves, and we act as if we don't like ourselves sometimes, right? And we are trying to escape from ourselves, And that was kind of one of the blessings for me with this. I hope I'm talking right in this microphone, but okay, yeah, I am. My daughter had been living out of town for about 20 years. Latest thing was Texas. And when she found out I broke my femur, she said, "Mom, I'm going to come up right away. I'll be there for a couple of weeks and I'll get you through," which was really, really nice. And I'll tell you one of the nice things about it is my daughter has 3 kids, my grandkids, and my son-in-law. And through those 20 years, they came to visit, always together, which I was grateful to have my son-in-law and grandkids, but I didn't get to have time with just my daughter. So that was nice I felt like we renewed our friendship, which was a wonderful thing. And I'll tell you, one night I woke up at like 2 a.m. and I had to have my leg up on pillows. And my leg had fallen off the pillows and I couldn't get it back on by myself. So it's like 2 a.m. I called my daughter and she comes right in. I don't know if I would have been as happy to wake up at 2 a.m. as she was, but she came in and helped me fix my leg. And then she said, "Mom, we were supposed to have Ben and Jerry's ice cream tonight and we forgot to have it. So I'm kind of thinking, why don't we have it now?" And I said, "Yeah, we know what we should do that, because what the heck, we don't have to get up in the morning early or anything." So we had big bowls of Ben and Jerry's and binge watched the show. So, which was nice. So, and I thought about this, another blessing in this too, is you never know when we ask somebody for help, if maybe we might be helping them too, okay? So my daughter with the 3 kids, the youngest one had just graduated from high school. And my daughter was a stay-at-home mom. So she stayed home and she kind of was feeling lost and didn't know what to do with herself. And she said, "Mom, you helped me because you jump-started things for me. I got out, I kind of felt useful, and now she has a job and things are better in her life." So you never know. Another person I have to acknowledge, he's sitting in the back there, Tim, who does our sound stuff. And I'd have to do like a separate speech for all the things that he helped me with. But one of the things that stood out is I have 2 dachshunds, and they're very cute. And one of them was younger. She was, I had just gotten her. She was only about 6 months old. And he actually took my dogs and kept them for a couple months. And a real nice thing about it too is he brought them over to see me every single day, Although I think they did think that they lived with him and not me. So the puppy did think that. So, but thank you, Tim, for doing that. So, and in the midst of all that too, another thing too is I had to move during all that, if you can believe it. I kind of had arranged it ahead of time. He took care of that too. So that was pretty amazing. And something too, because I think again, when somebody helps us, we help them. And I think even though he hasn't admitted it, I think he really liked having my dogs. They're pretty cuddly. Yeah, he's kind of saying yes back there. So anyway,
So another thing that helped me too very much is I got back to the practice of deep meditation. Okay, and I'm a meditator anyway, but I think my life had kind of gotten to be a lot like, got to meditate in the morning, let's get this over with. 10 minutes, let's get this done. And with this, I took the time and I let myself deeply meditate, which made a huge difference. So I'm going to read something out of that book again. Meditation is used as a path to reconnect with our true selves amidst the distractions of modern society. In a world that often pulls us outward with endless stimuli, meditation offers a way to turn inward, observe, and embrace the present moment. By practicing awareness, smiling, and mindful breathing, we cultivate a sense of presence and clarity. And this practice helps us notice what is truly happening within and around us, fostering deeper understanding and inner peace. And I'll say that did that for sure. Like, I think the main thing that really kind of helped me find the blessed and the mess was that. And I'll tell you, I think this, like, sometimes we wonder, there's chaos in the world, and what can we do to make a difference? What can little old me do? And you know what? You can meditate. Because when you meditate, you get to that place of peace, and then people around you start to notice it, and they come to it as well. So just like I've heard a lot of people say they come to the service tonight, like tonight, and you go home, and that good feeling kind of stays with you, and it's infectious and works on others too. So I feel like meditate for sure is an important thing. So I want to share with you a short meditation I found in that book. So let me just read this to you. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Isn't it nice? Breathing in, I calm my body. So reciting this line is like drinking a glass of ice water. You feel the cold, and the freshness permeate your body. When I breathe in and recite this line, I actually feel the breathing calming my body and calming my mind. And breathing out, I smile. You know the effect of a smile. A smile can relax hundreds of muscles in your face and relax your nervous system. A smile makes you master of yourself, and a smile shared can make others feel good and loved too. Didn't you miss smiling during the pandemic? Like that was the thing I think I hated the most with the masks was the smiling. So I feel like we should smile at everybody all the time because it makes you feel good, doesn't it? Yeah. And then they smile back at you. They feel good. You feel good. It's a wonderful thing. So dwelling in the present moment. When I sit here, I don't think of somewhere else, of the future, of the past. I sit here and I know where I am. This is very important. We tend to be alive in the future and not now. We say, wait until I finish school and get my degree, then I'll be alive and happy. When we have it, it wasn't easy to get. We say to ourselves, I have to wait until I have a job in order to be really alive. And then after that, a job, a car, a house, or whatever comes next. We are not always capable of being alive in the present moment. We tend to postpone being alive to the future, the distant future that we don't know. So therefore, the technique, if we have to speak of the technique, is to be in the present moment, to be aware we are here and now. And the only I can change the world. There's a couple lines. I can't change the world, but I can change the world in me. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for listening. And I'm going to turn it over to Angie.
Thank you so much. Wow. I'm just very grateful for these inspiring words, and these gentle reminders that are so doable, but it's so good to hear them and to hear about your journey too. And your gratefulness. Thank you, Angie. You feel closer to her now. That's beautiful. Now we're moving to the collection part of our service. Two ushers would come forward, and a place of worship is grown on love and strong intentions. We ask for your support as we strive to grow in love and understanding. As the baskets are passed, we invite you to offer both your spiritual and monetary blessings. And then as the ushers are passing their baskets, they're going to go from front to back. I invite you to open up your order of service, and there's that little inset with the 3 little birds, and we can start singing it as they pass the basket.
give thanks to our ushers, Jerry and Brittany. Thank you very much. And now it's time for announcements. January has some upcoming classes at Santosha Holistic Services in Williamsville. Many of you have asked, so Reverend Angie Abt has decided to have a beginner intuitive development class. It's going to be held on Saturday, January 11th, that's this Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Join her for a day filled with meditation and learning about your intuitive self. And that's beginner intuitive development class. For all these workshops that I'm going to mention that are offered by Santosha, you can get more details on Santosha's website, which is santoshaholisticcenter.com, or Reverend Angie's Facebook page. Also coming is join Becky Wisniewski for the monthly book club and discussion group on Thursday, January 16th from 7 to 8 p.m. locally at Santosha. Wayne Dyer's book, There's a Spiritual Solution to Every Problem, is the topic. You don't have to have read the book to attend. Santosha is also excited to host the Feng Shui Annual Energy Changes, and it's the Year of the Snake class. This is going to be on Saturday, January 18th from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Linda Elson of Feng Shui Your World. Attend in person at Santosha or online, or get a replay via Zoom. Angie is also excited to offer Excellence in Mediumship course. It begins January 25th from 9:30 to 12 p.m. It will also be held in February on 3 different dates. This is a brand new course filled with materials she's never taught before. It's a professional course, so in this professional 4-class series, I will guide you to unlock clarity, accuracy, and confidence in delivering evidence-based communications from spirit. And again, more details about those 4 offerings are on her Facebook page or santoshaholisticcenter.com. From Fellowships of the Spirit, this is something new. SIT, or that's short for Spiritual Insight Training, begins again with instructors Reverend Mark Thomas and Reverend Angie Abt in the spring, and it'll go through the summer and early fall. Here's the new part. Part 1 will be offered for the first time at Santosha Holistic Services on March 28th through 30th. For those of you who felt the drive to Lilydale or to Cassadaga was long, it's going to be offered right here. And you can come from your homes, so there's not a housing expense. It's part 1 is also going to be offered in Lilydale on June 6th through 8th. And so that's just part 1. And then there'll be 2 more offerings with both parts, part 1 and part 2. And these will be in Cassadaga, and that'll be on July 17th through 20th, or September 18th through 21st, for those of you who like to plan long distance. So, last but not least, mark your calendar. Although we're having worship service tonight on the 8th, worship service is going to continue on the first Wednesday of every month from February through June. We'll be here. And February's inspirational speaker, as Reverend Angie mentioned, is Reverend Mark Thomas. So, and if you have any questions, we're available at the end of service too. This brings us to the message portion of our service, and I'll turn it over to
Okay, so the
out the sheet, and please stand for the divinity prayer. All right, we'll say that together. And that is on the back page. It's right below closing. There is a divinity within me that no man can destroy. There is a light within me that only I can dim. As I focus upon this light, it is my perfection, my very being, my very being. It dwells within me and fills me. It surrounds me and protects me. It releases me from all negativity and permits myself to move forward in certainty that boldness and light are mine, and no thing or being can destroy it. For the Father and I are one and cannot be separated. Know this with certainty, feel it and experience it. God is, I am, and we are one. And please join in singing Home Again. This road I've been down before, I see a light and an open door. I'll find the courage to step. I'll find the wisdom I once knew. I'll be home again, back where I've always been. As I walk the path, I'll take your hand. Back home again. As we feel lessons will be learned, as we change ourselves, we change the world. We'll find the answer to love. We'll find together we are one. We'll be home again, back where we've always been. As we walk the path, we'll take your hand. Each one of us is a part of the whole. We can shed light on the darkness one by one. We'll be home again, back where we've always been. As we walk the path, we'll take your hand. We'll be home again, back where we've always been. As we walk the path, we'll take your hand. Home again. For all that we've received and all that we are giving to each other this night by being together in this oneness and in this healing and loving energy. May you have a safe drive home, and will you please return the order of service pamphlets to the basket that is on that little bench as you enter the second set of doors. Blessings on you.
Blessings.